don't know what I'm gonna call this story, but it's about my left eyebrow. If anyone that really knows me knows that I have like a slit. Y'all can't even see it. It's probably the worst time to tell this story because you can't see it, but I'll probably try to point it out in my next video if I don't have makeup on or something. Well, here's a recording of my left and right eyebrow. From afar you can see the gap. The right one's fine, the left one, and there's no penciling in anywhere. See? So anywho, yeah, this is just the backstory of how I got that slit in my eyebrow. Just in case if you guys have ever seen it in one of my other videos, or if you see it in videos to come in the future. So yeah, let's just get into it. So my eyebrows, they're looking fleeky right now. But that is, of course, because we females know how to pencil it in and fill it in and do all that other shebang or whatever. Shebang, shebang. Oh, baby, when she moves. Anyways. Okay, so my eyebrows. I was about 6. I think I was 6. Yes, I was. I was 6. And at that time, I was still living in Irvington, New Jersey. And, you know, you live in the, not the hood. It's not like the projects, but, you know, you live in an apartment building and whatever. And so, like, from my experiences and what I've been told and what I hear everyone else's experiences, living in an apartment building where you have no control of the things that take place, or, you know, you buy as is or rent as is or whatever, things aren't like totally intact. So anywho, my father was actually the landlord of the apartment we lived in. Shout outs to him. How he did it, I don't know, because you know my parents were immigrants, but they were some go-getters. So he did what he had to do, because my father is a man, okay? And he is a father and a husband, a provider. So he was like, I ain't just gonna get my family an apartment, okay? But I'm gonna own that joint. Yes, he did. So he owned the whole apartment. It was an attic, first, second floor, and a basement. So 4 floors. I'm gonna assume that, you know, he bought the apartment as is. So certain things were broken and stuff. So that brings us to the bathroom, okay? So if anyone like picture or envision how your bathroom looks, or just like the basics, everyone pretty much has all the same things. So, you know, you got the bathroom, the tub, the sink, the toilet, whatever. So in our tub, if you ever pay attention in your tub, you have like a little where you put your soap bar at, like it's a little shelf, I guess. And the little shelf that we had, it had a little handlebar on top. And most bathrooms, I think, kind of somewhat has it set up that way. It's just a handle just to keep your balance for, you know, maybe elderlies, maybe kids, to get yourself in or whatever. But it's right on top of the little shelf that holds the soap. So me, at 6, my parents trusted us enough to take showers, well, baths. We were still taking baths. So they trusted us enough to take baths on our own. And, you know, that's no biggie or whatever. And back then, I don't know if any other Caribbean families and whoever else experiences these things, but at this point of time, myself and my older brother were the only children that my parents had at the time. So, of course, to conserve energy and to save water and all that stuff, and just to knock it out, you know, we're only a year apart, my parents took us showers together. But anyway, my mom used to take us both a bath together when they were still taking us baths. But when we were able to do it on our own, you know, for the most part, of course, they would tell us, like, prompt us when we had to go take a bath or a shower or whatever. So honestly, I don't remember what time of day this was, but it was still like, no, it was not daylight. It was late at night. So I think it was probably before bedtime. So I don't know what happened prior to me going to take a bath or whatever, but of course, both my parents were still home. Well, home from work, I'm assuming. And my older brother just happened to be in the bathroom taking a number two. So whatever, that was just norm to like your immediate family. That's norm. So he's taking a dump. I have to use the bathroom. I'm going there and I'm gonna use the bathroom. So he's taking his dump. I went in there to go take my bath. So so he's doing whatever he's doing. I remember he used to like just be you play with your toys while you were in the bathroom, like on the toilet or whatever. So I remember he was doing something. I don't remember if he was like reading a magazine. I don't know. But, I went in to go take my bath. And the way that Haitians take baths, like, you're not filling up the tub with water like you about to go for a swim. No. We would have like a bucket you fill with water, and you pour the water on, you get yourself wet, and then you lather yourself with the soap or whatever, scrub a dub, and then you use the bucket of water again to rinse yourself out or whatever. But here I go, always wanting to have fun with any and every situation of life. So I would go in there, before I even fill up the bucket of water, I'd wet the whole tub floor. And then I would take the soap, like the bar soap, okay? And I would lather the floor, okay? Like, lather it real well. And I was small, so it was just fun, okay? So I get in there and I go sliding in the tub like, like, it was just the funnest thing ever. I used to do this it was just routine. Like, that was, it's going down when I'm going to the bathroom. Like, that's what's happening for a good, like, not even that long, like a minute or two, maybe, whatever. Because, of course, after a while, not only one, you're going to end, like, the tub is but so long, so you're going to keep running into the walls back and forth. So that would happen, and you would get tired, and, and then, whatever, other people got to use the bathroom, so I ain't got that much time to just be sliding in the tub. So this particular day, I go in there, I'm sliding, having a ball. Okay, next you hear that was such Haitian sound effects. Wow. Damn. Anyway, right? So I fall and I'm like, oh shit. Well, I didn't say that at the time, but I'm like, oh snap, I fell. When you get like that adrenaline right after like an accident or any type of trauma, you don't exactly remember how you felt, when you fell, how you felt, where you fell, what hurts, nothing. So I just fell, I got up and I'm like, oh snap, whatever. And my brother was like, I forget what he said, but he reacted, right? But it was all good. It's nothing like he got up or whatever. He was still on the toilet just taking a dump. So I get up, and immediately after getting up, I'm seeing like little red spots on the floor. So I'm like, what's that? Like, so then I like just happened to glance over to my leg or something. I'm like, dang, like I'm thinking I cut my leg. So I'm like, dang. Wait, backtrack. I forgot to say on the handle. This all ruined the story. Anyway, the handle that's on top of the little bar soap shelf thingy, that handle was broken. Okay? So it was no longer a handle. It was a dull. Okay? It wasn't a handle. It was just a dull. That was whack. Anyway, so slide. I fall, see blood on my leg. I thought I cut my leg. So I'm rinsing it off. And I'm like, hey, where's the cut? So I'm like, I'm Gucci. I'm a G, bro. I've been a G. Like, I was born this way. So then I see the blood on my hand. At this point, like, I'm looking down at it, and it's dripping from wherever. So I'm like, oh, my hand is bleeding. So I rinse off my hand. Every time I see blood somewhere, I rinse it off. Don't see where the cut is. So I'm like, F this. Like, let's just get out the bathroom, right? So I get out the tub behind the bathroom door. On the inside of the bathroom, we had a body mirror. So I get out and I'm like, let me examine. Mind you, my brother is like behind me on the toilet, but he's not paying me no mind. Like, it's just regular. Like, we family and nobody check for each other, so whatever. And we young. So I was 6, he was 7. Anyway, I get out. I'm checking myself in the body mirror. Like, where am I cut at? I looked everywhere first because I looked back. And then I looked up and I'm like, where? I literally screamed and say way, right? Way in Creole means like, it's almost like, oh my, I really don't know the exact like translation, but it's like, oh my gosh. So anyway, So I screamed way. My brother was like, what? And he was like, from behind me, when he tells this story, he'll tell people like, he just remembered me screaming way and like my butt shaking. Not that he was looking at my butt. Don't be nasty, y'all. But anyway, so he stayed on the toilet anyway. My mom come rushing in like, Sagila, you know. And so she sees me bleeding. She's like, oh my God, what happened? So then she just finished, I remember her finished showering me or bathing me, whatever, or something like that. But then they rushed me to the hospital. Get to the hospital, I had like the deepest cut of life on my left eyebrow. Like, my father was the G. He was the one that was able to, like, you know, really handle everything. My mom was the one freaking out like all mothers. So they take me to the emergency room. And I remember parts of this anyway. But, yeah, they take me there. And I remember they kept, like, putting, what is it, gauze pads or whatever on my eyebrows. Because it just kept bleeding. Like, bro, I would have died. And I remember at one point they took it off. And either I was looking in a mirror. I don't know where I saw my reflection. But I saw that, you know, when you cut deep and all you see is white. And it's white for a while and then the blood comes. Like, that's how deep it was. And I thought it was my bone. But it wasn't. It just, I don't know what that is. So anyway, I just remember they, like, the doctor took some needle, injected something, so clearly that was to numb it, to numb my whole, like, eyebrow. I don't know if it numbed my whole face. I don't think so. But it numbed, like, that area. And I'm thinking about put me to sleep, Negro. Like, they kept me awake. They just numbed it, laid me back on a bed. It had, like, a little opening. There was, like, a sheet they put over me. It had a little opening for them to do their surgery. They stitched me up. Honestly, I don't even know how many stitches I had. I wasn't paying attention to that detail at 6. Like, who cares? But and I just remember my father stayed in the room the whole time. My mom was pacing outside the door because she thought she was gonna pass out. So dramatic, like always. But yeah, and then I remember, you know, going home after the surgery, and I remember it hurt a little bit, but it was excruciating. Like, I was crying. Like, honestly, I didn't cry. My initial cry was out of shock when I saw it in the mirror when I was in the bathroom, but after that it was nothing. And, you know, it was just stitches. I don't remember if I had to go back to remove stitches or if it was dissolvable ones. Really don't remember. But I remember my father used to clean it up for me because every day or something, of course, you have to take off the bandage, wash it off, dry it, pad, whatever, and then whatever cream you have to put on there. But dang, I wish I could show y'all my eyebrows right now. I don't want to rub this off because I think I might be going out later. But I'll show y'all a picture or show it to y'all maybe the next video or whatever other video. But yeah, and I remember my parents used to say, watch, you're gonna regret this when you get older because it's gonna mess up your eyebrow shape and da-da-da. And won't you believe, every time I go to the eyebrow shop, I'd be like, are you sure you can shape it right? Because I can't get an arch, but you gotta cut it the right way, like wax it the right. It's a headache and a half. So now I don't really care. I just thank God for the miracle of pencils, okay? Because a sister made like a fleek. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. And comment if you want to hear any other stories. Ask me about any other situations. If I possibly have it, I could do a story time about it. And any critiques, I'm down for it, you guys. And thank you so much for the love that, you know, from y'all who do be commenting and all that great stuff. Okay, don't forget I'm new. If you're new too, let me know. I'll follow you. Follow for a follow. Love y'all.